Hello and welcome to LifeClub, presented to you by Tieke. Through LifeClub, we work with young learners like you in nurturing your career and character, the two most important aspects of your life. This Saturday evening, we are excited to go live and share with you how to be resilient like Chennai Super Kings. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please take a moment and do it right now so that when we go live every Saturday evening, you are notified. And also, when we share a live lesson here in YouTube, you will get an alert. Take a moment, subscribe to our channel right now. Be resilient. Life isn't easy these days, especially during this pandemic, COVID-19. Almost 250 million people were infected with coronavirus. Nearly 5 million people lost their lives across the world. Many have lost their dear ones, somebody in their family or friends. Nearly 75 million people have lost their jobs and are back home struggling to get back to their job again. Their families would be going through a lot of financial struggle. More than 1.5 billion students like you and youth across the planet have been affected by school and university closures due to COVID-19. When things go wrong in life, people tend to either bounce back or fall apart. What about you? When you face any problems or challenges or go through tough times, do you come back strong or you struggle and fall apart? Whatever your response is, there's nothing to worry about. Being resilient is all that you need. In Life Club today, this Saturday evening, let's learn how to be resilient like Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings are a cricket franchise team based out of Namma Chennai. They play in the Indian Premier League, captained by Captain Cool, MS Dhoni. The Super Kings have won many titles. They have won 4 IPL titles, including the one this year, 2021. They also have won a lot of other titles that includes the Champions League T20 two times, and they are a very successful team. Chennai Super Kings has the highest win percentage of matches among all the teams in the IPL, winning every 6 match they have played out of 10 matches. Indeed, Chennai Super Kings is a very, very successful team. Certain things have really worked for Chennai Super Kings in this journey of Indian Premier League, IPL T20. Now, Chennai Super Kings, as I told you, has many reasons that has worked really good for them, very well for them. One of the reasons for CSK's success is their experienced team. Lovably, they're called the Daddy's Army because most of them are in their mid 30s or late 30s, including the captain MS Dhoni. CSK has always had a team of very well experienced senior players. Hence, CSK has been a great team because all these players have played 10 to 15 years of good cricket for their respective countries, and they've come in as a team and they make a very well experienced senior team. Not just that, Chennai Super Kings is now valued at more than 500 million US dollars. That's like 6,691 crores of Indian rupees. I repeat, 6,691 crores of Indian rupees. That's a lot of value. Just remember, CSK was started in 2008, and in 13 years, it has become a very, very valuable team for its owners. In India, CSK is the fastest growing sports team, soon to touch a value of $1 billion. That's roughly like 7,500 crores. CSK is a very, very valuable unit for its owners. CSK also have had one of the biggest fan bases among the IPL teams in India. The presence of MS Dhoni as a captain of the team has also contributed to a large fan base of cricket lovers, not just in the home city of Chennai, but from all over the world. You know, CSK has commanding fan club across the world, and their Whistle Podu Army, the official fan club of CSK, brings together millions of super fans across the globe to Whistle Podu during every time CSK plays in the IPL. Whenever they play, the Whistle Podu Army is up, and they are very active in supporting the team. So Chennai Super Kings has got a very large fan base across the world. One such fan named Gopi Krishnan and his family in Arangur, in a village in Tamil Nadu, even named their house as home of Dhoni fan. A building was painted in yellow with sketches of Dhoni in CSK jersey, and CSK logo was painted in all the sides of the house. I'm a big CSK fan too. What about you? Are you a big CSK fan? I'm going to give you a couple of seconds here to say yes or no. If you are a CSK fan, comment in YouTube and say you are a Whistle Podu Army member. Thumbs up if you are a CSK fan. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds here. Okay, there are many CSK fans everywhere. And I hope, as listeners, there are a lot of CSK fans watching today. So CSK out and out had everything that they needed. They were a great team of players, solid senior experienced players. They were a valuable unit for the owner, $900 million worth as of today. They've had a large fan base, the Whistle Podu Army, with fans supporting them from all across the globe. They were also the champions in 2021. This present IPL that went by, the champions were Chennai Super Kings. They once again stamped their authority in IPL with a massive win. This win is definitely a story of resilience. And that's why we are going to learn from them about being resilient in life. In IPL 2020, that's the last year, CSK finished at the bottom of the table of the league winners list. There are 8 teams in IPL, and CSK was second bottom. They were in the 7th position last year. They could not even qualify to the playoffs, which means they were not in the top 4 of all the teams in IPL last year. They were in the 7th position. There were many reasons. It was a time when COVID was trending up. So the venue was moved out of India to elsewhere. MS Dhoni, the captain and also a great finisher of the game, had a very poor season with his bat. He was not batting really well. Suresh Raina, one of the most senior players of Chennai Super Kings, opted out of IPL last year due to personal reasons. The opening batsman could not be really consistent in all the matches in getting the runs at the top. And the middle order batsmen really struggled, especially players like Kedar Jadhav did not really come out well for them. Chennai Super Kings failed as a result of this miserably in IPL 2020. Even though they had a great team, they were a valuable unit and also had a large fan base all over the globe. Now, this is where they picked up from last year. And they did something in the last 7-8 months before the IPL 2021 this year that made them to be a dominant player in this season, dominant team in this season again, and they were even able to win the championship. Now, that's my example for being resilient. If you notice, life is at times very difficult. It's complex. It's unpredictable. You cannot change this, but you can prepare yourself to face the challenges and difficulties that are thrown at you, in your life. And that's why you need to be resilient. Now, what's being resilient all about? Humanity has a lot of problems these days. Some problems are very personal, like your health, studies, relationships, the worry about your future. Some problems affect the community, the country that you live in, like the pandemic that has hit us now, the climate change that's becoming a serious problem now, increasing economic issues, poverty, and issues related to that, food shortage, political problems, and many more issues that you see all around you. Some are personal, some are in the community that you live in. Resilience is typically defined as the capacity to recover from life's difficult events. It is the capacity to recover from life's difficult events. Resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of difficulties, trauma, tragedy, threats, or significant source of stress that you are under, such as your studies, your future, your family, your relationship, or whatever health problem that you've got. Coming out of these difficult situations is what being resilient is all about. Now, having understood what is being resilient, the next big question in your mind is, why should I be resilient? What is the need for me to be resilient? Today, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should be resilient in life. I gave an example of Chennai Super Kings, how they were resilient as a team from the last year to this year, so that they could win the IPL 2021 championship. Now, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you in your life should be resilient. Number 1, you feel secure and loved when you have a strong and positive family relationship. This would help you and your family to resolve issues with each other in the family. You can work as a team and enjoy each other's company. Involving time, and spending time with your family is very important to have an enjoyable life. Similarly, community involvement is meaningful too. Consistent participation in activities that support and improve upon social well-being, helping the others, can help you develop your skills and talents as well. It can give you a way to help others. You can make new friends. You can meet your neighbors and do a lot more that is beneficial to others. Basically, involvement in family and community service can help you feel really good about life. Being resilient is extremely important for that. Secondly, risk-taking behaviors. It can vary across individuals, but it includes behaviors such as smoking, overuse of alcohol, or use of illegal substances like drugs. Risk behaviors can potentially threaten your health or the health of others around you. It is important to recognize that you cannot control some of the situations, but you can control most risk-taking behaviors coming into your life. Being resilient is one way to keep yourself away from such bad behaviors in your life. Thirdly, being resilient helps you improve your learning and your performance. As a student, you are required to perform well in your studies. Or if you are involved in sports or music, dance, you are required to improve your performance over a period of time. Being resilient helps you improve your learning and your performance, your academic performance too. Fourthly, good physical health is a normal functioning of the body at all levels, and being resilient gives you good physical health, right? That's very important. Being healthy should be a part of your overall lifestyle. Living a healthy lifestyle can help you prevent chronic diseases and long-term illnesses affecting you. If you are strong, you can face any of the life's dreadful diseases coming and affecting you. You would be able to resist them. Feeling good about yourself and taking care of your health improves your self-esteem and also your self-image. Being resilient improves your overall physical wellness through the balance of physical activities, nutrition, good food, and mental well-being to keep your body in top condition all the time. Now, finally, this is one thing that I would keep repeating. Being resilient would help you live your purpose. Now, what is purpose? I'm going to spend a minute here. In every presentation that I do or in every talk that I give, I make it a point to highlight on life's purpose. That's very important. As a youngster, it's very important that you discover your life's purpose. Purpose is the very reason why you live. Your life purpose consists of the central motivating aims of your life, the reason why you get up every morning. It is something that you love to do during your lifetime. When you discover your purpose, you spend most of your time in living your purpose. Purpose can guide your life decisions. It can influence your behavior again. It can shape your goals, offer a sense of direction, and create a meaning with your life. Being resilient is important to live your purpose. Look at all the great people that you see here. Dr. Kalam, Mother Teresa, Sachin Tendulkar. These were people who were able to live their purpose as a cricketer, as a scientist turned president of our country, as a social worker helping people in need. They were able to discover their life's purpose early on in their life, and they spent a lot of time living it. And by being resilient, you would also be able to live your life's purpose. Now, the big question at this moment is how to be resilient. How can I learn to be resilient? You see, I was talking to you about Chennai Super Kings, how they came back strong from last year into this season. When they finished IPL 2020 last year, Captain MS Dhoni said, we will come back strong. And that's what we are known for. That's being resilient. This was MS Dhoni's words when he finished last year's IPL. So when they returned back home to Chennai in 2020 with no clarity about their players, how good they would be, whether they would be able to continue or not, and with many unanswered questions, they just did one thing. They chose to trust the process. And what is this process? You keep hearing MS Dhoni repeating it all the time. What is this process? He keeps saying we focus on the process. So what is this process? The process is identifying roles for each of their team players and then playing according to the situation during their practice sessions, right? So they identify a specific role for each of their players and get them to practice it hard. During 2021, before IPL 2021 started, they started their preparation very early, and they were this time up for the challenge. We all saw how excellent they were as a team in this year's IPL. We all saw how they went on to win the championship this year. Now, how can you be resilient? Here are a few steps that I'm going to tell you how you can be resilient in your life. Step back and assess your situation. Ask these important questions. How bad is the problem that I am facing? Am I overstating the problem, or is the problem really big? Sometimes we tend to look at certain bad situations or experiences as very unusual. We think that this doesn't happen to anybody else, but only to me. Why me is a question that we keep asking. The only thing that you can do at that time is ask this question. What is the worst that can happen in this situation for me? Now that I'm facing this situation, what is the worst that can happen? Generally, the worst may not be that bad at times. The problem, that problem or the situation would just pass away. We keep worrying about it. Sometimes the situation would not even create any sort of disturbances to you. It's just that you would only be worrying about it. So step back, take a look at your problems. That's the first step to be resilient in your life. The second step that I want to tell you is not just the bad things. Count your blessings. Count the good things that have happened in your life. If you always look at it, you would have had more good things happening in your life compared to the number of bad things that happened to you. Look at all the inventions around you. you know Decades back, people did not have electricity. You have electricity. People did not have schools. You have schools. People did not have books to study from. You do have books to study from. People did not have technology to be able to sit at home and attend their classes. You have technology today, where in the last 1.5 years, you were able to sit at home and learn, what you would have done by going to schools. When you look around you, and at what's happening, you would realize things are not so bad. Things are good. So count your blessings. At times, life hits you hard from all directions. Your health may have some problem. Personal relationships at times run into a problem. Studies, challenges that you face with your studies, family issues. Strengthen yourself to face them. To deal with them, all you need is to build up your mental toughness. The earlier in life one starts this process, to be able to handle the problems that come from different areas of your life, you will be better prepared. So start this process very early in your life to strengthen yourself to face any problem that comes against you. Nothing is going to eat you, or nothing is going to do any kind of big damage to you. So strengthen yourself. You need to push yourself. And how would you ever know if you're capable of doing something, facing something, without even doing it? You have to just do it. You have to face it, and only then you know whether you're capable of doing it or facing it. Strengthening yourself would build your resilience, definitely. Be your own architect. You cannot control your circumstances or your situations, but you can control how you react to your circumstances, right? So be your own architect. You can only control how you respond to your problems, how you respond to situations, how you respond to challenges, right? Finally, I would say, take a look at your own life. Make a real effort and find out how many times you have contributed to the problems that you face today. Many times, we are the reason for the problems that we face. The ability to change your life lies within you. You need to avoid those behaviors and certain approach within you that makes you create these problems for you. Focus on yourself and remember, it's a process and you need to keep working on it. To be happy in life, it is important to be resilient. I repeat, to be happy in life, it is important to be resilient. Well, that's all for today. We are looking forward to see you next Saturday, same time. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, take a moment and do it right now, so that when we go live every Saturday evening, you will be notified. And when we put out a live lesson in our channel, you will get an alert. Thank you. Stay resilient. Have a good evening and a great week ahead.